Stephen Hawking said the development of the artificial intelligence spells the end of the human race. Now, whether he is right or wrong, time will tell. Hello, this is Clockwise, where we discuss technology, lifestyle, trends, and career. My name is Providence, and I'm your host. Today, we'll be embarking on a journey to discuss artificial intelligence in business. And I have a guest, a very special guest, one who will be doing this expository with me. My guest is not just a marketing manager, he's a blockchain and crypto consultant, an AI enthusiast. Now, without further ado, with a resounding virtual round of applause, please welcome Sam Sticks. Welcome to Clockwise.
Thank you. Do you remember that name?
I want to ask you, wait, the name Sam Sticks. Why your name Sam Sticks?
Yeah. So when I was in primary and secondary school, I used to drum a lot.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, the first set of money I made in my life was from music.
okay.
So
Sam Sticks.
yeah,
Drumming
drum.
sticks. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I used to. I'll go for this show, go for that show, and drum. And so I got the name Sam Sticks.
So why did you leave music entertainment for
Well, that
crypto?
time, that's early days. This was 2005, 2006, 2007. I was still very young, so I didn't just know exactly how to make good money from it. And you know, if you recall, I'm sure you're aware that in those days, our parents used to tell us, go to school, graduate, read, graduate, so that you get a good job.
Yeah.
So that was my mentality. So I thought drumming is good. I was making one or two
Small cash.
1,000 naira from it, but I thought going to school as you graduate, boom, you're hitting
You make it.
millions. But bro,
All right. Today we're discussing AI for business.
yeah,
And we all know what AI is. It's just machine trying to operate with the intelligence of humans. A basic definition. Now, I would like to ask you, how can AI benefit a small business owner like me?
well, like you said in your intro, truth is AI is here to stay. Just in case you're watching and be like, this AI, I don't believe in it. Is here to stay. First of all, right? So anyone who doesn't have interest should start looking at it right now.
Okay.
So for small business owners, right? Of course, it depends on the kind of business you're doing, right? So there are some businesses that will really need AI to thrive, or to thrive.
To
That's
try.
English. But some might not really need AI that much. But the truth is, there's no business that I've thought about or that I've come across or read about that I think will not need AI. So I'll just give a general answer. I'm sure if you're smart enough, you'll be able to detect what I'm trying to say. So let me give an example of mine. You're a writer too, right?
Yes.
So when I started getting bigger writing jobs, as in I was in university then. So I used to just do my normal writing, then I, of course, discovered that AI could make it better. Right? I'll put it there, and then it will give me a smarter way to get the answers. Right? So for other businesses who might not really just know how to use AI or what area to use AI, one thing is sure, we live in a global village right now where you can stay in your house and be like, okay, I need someone to come do this for me. I need someone to come do that for me, right? But how we didn't know where your business is might be the problem,
Okay.
right? So I know of someone who started up a business and needed some advice. So what this lady did, which was very smart, was she just took the AI as a partner or as an advisor and said, okay, this is the business I'm doing. I'm doing XYZ kind of business, and these are the kind of people that I want to patronize my business. Give me ideas on what to do. Right. So as a small business owner, you can take AI as your advisor.
Okay.
Right. To give you, because there are millions of businesses out there in the world that people might be watching this video. Some might be a pharmacist or a doctor. Right. But with AI, the AI is as smart enough to give you suggestions, tailored suggestions on what to do, on how to get business clients to your businesses.
No, okay, you've answered my second question because I wanted
Okay.
asking you, how can somebody that runs a small shop, let's say a
Yeah.
provision shop, let's say a boutique, how can somebody actually use AI to attract more customers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Also, you give an example of boutique. So it depends on the strength of your business or the size. So before we started, there was a lady, two ladies that were sitting here. So she said something really, really profound. I wish it was captured on the camera. So she said that when she started her business, let me call it a business.
A
So
podcast.
podcast. So she had a
The
name, but it didn't really make too much sense,
To her.
to her, about the name. So when she went to AI was able to give her more ideas on how to make it even better. Right. So, what was the question again?
I said, how can somebody that runs a small business use AI
You
to
use
attract
AI.
customers?
So I started by saying that it depends on the size as well. So I also know of a friend that started. What business was that? I can't remember. Okay, it was a cake business. Right. So this business was started. I know how when businesses start, the profit margin might not be too much.
Yeah.
So she was paying designers, paying this one, paying that one to do this and do that. So when this whole AI stuff started, right? So and she met me and I told her, okay, if you use this AI, that AI, I think I might give 1 or 2 or 3 examples of what the AI you guys can use. So these designers and these guys, of course, everybody's looking for their pocket money. So this one will charge too much, this one will charge less and do the job that is not good, and this one will not show up. So she was having a difficult time because businesses, when they are starting up, they don't make much profits. So I was able to just hint on some AI tools to use. And then she started doing her design herself with just fewer prompts. Right? So she just give the AI prompt. The AI will do design very well, perfect, and even give her up to 4 variations on how to on designs, right? And then I also recommended one other AI that was writing and posting articles for her, right? So that actually relieved her a bit. So she was able to focus more on the business rather than those other things that will help her get more clients. So as a new business that is just starting up, you don't have much time on your side. You don't have much finances to hire people to do some certain things for you. You can take advantage of some tools which we'll mention, in some couple of minutes that can help you. Yeah.
Now, you see, one of the problem about business, especially small businesses, is how to manage their finance.
Yeah.
Most times, income and expenditure. That's one of the problem. Now, are there AI tools that can help me manage my finance better, like my sales and spending?
Yeah. So I know of one is a Nigerian made, but I don't want to do free advice for them. Right. But yes, but there are AI right out there. And also, just in case you don't want you thinking is AI is not some mystery, right? In case you're watching, you'll be like AI, artificial intelligence, right? Does it require coding? First of all, it doesn't require coding, right? So there are some companies that have built some really simple software. It looks like functions like Excel spreadsheets, right? But they made it in such a way that with those tools you can impute some prompts that will help you tell you how okay this has been a trend of your business within the last few months. These are the things you should do to make it even better. Like this tool now that I use. So what I did was I imputed my data for the last 2 years. So the AI actually gave me some ideas on when to reduce my prices, when to increase my prices.
Wow.
Right. Some names I should change because there's this thing called data. Everybody have heard about data. But due to how limited man is when it comes to knowledge, right? AI can learn faster than humans. Right. So AI can actually tell you, okay, in a place like Akwa Ibom like this, during October, November, December, these are the kind of people that come into Akwa Ibom. So if you run XYZ kind of business, so maybe you run an hospitality business, right? During this period, make sure your business is on this website. I run a hospitality business, and guess what? AI helped me get, I'm not exaggerating, about 98% of my clients. And 98% of my clients are not Nigerians in this same Akwa Ibom state. So what I did was I took advantage of these tools. As a business owner, you need to take advantage of these tools, most especially now that they are free. Many of them are free. Some of them you have to pay for them. Right. So the AI will tell you, okay, in between October, November, December, your price should be like this. And can you try changing the name? People and since AI has more data about your location than you, AI will be able to feed you ideas on how to change your name, right? How to when you should increase your price. I just increased the prices of my hospitality business just within the last 3 months. And guess what? We got so booked to the point that we were offering, it's not a good thing to say, but I'll say it, we were offering to refund some people because we got better deals. That's because we took advantage of AI, right? So yeah, so AI can actually look at the global market trend, no matter the kind of business you're doing. Look at the global market trend. You can tell AI, okay, I have a pharmacy business around Akwa Ibom State. Give me ideas, give me tips on what to do, right? It definitely it will help you out.
Oh, that's very beautiful. Now, see, let's say somebody will just ask that, for instance, now, I'm not a tech savvy person. Is this AI? Is this something I can learn to
Yeah.
use without being a tech person?
Yes, so I'll answer the question two ways. First of all, if you're a tech person and want to go into AI, this is the best time, right? So you mentioned I've been to crypto. So there's something I did in in 2005, 2015, 2016, 2017 that helped me make my first 1 million naira. So I read something on Twitter one time when one guy said that the best time to go into something is when it's new.
So those that are not tech savvy, is AI something they can learn easily?
Yeah. Okay, but I think I'll start by answering for those that are tech savvy. Um, because in 2016, I read something on Twitter where a guy said the best time to put all your all you have into something is when it's new. So he made example of how the internet started. Nobody cared, about the internet. Nobody really wanted to know what. In fact, I watched a video. I wish your team would find that video and play it now. Maybe. So in that video, someone was asking in a TV station was asking, "What is the internet?" Everybody uses internet now, even a 5-year-old. But there was a time when people didn't know what internet was. Right. So the guy said the best time to. I hope you can find the video and add it. We'll try. Because people will be like, "Are you sure there are people on the TV station that doesn't know?" Yes, there was a time like that. The same way we're talking about AI now. Someone will be like, "What's this AI thing?" Right. So the guy was like, "So the best time to go into something is when it's new." Right. So, but before you go all into it, ask yourself, is this something that's relevant in the next 5 years or 10 years? Will it be useful to millions of people around the world or billions of people around the world? So if the answer is yes, then spend a lot of time learning about it. So when I read about it, that was what motivated me to start learning about crypto. So I learned about crypto and blockchain, and of course, it helped me make my first 1 million naira because I was able to put all in. I think I was one of the first. I don't know. I'm not the first, actually, but one of the people who started crypto in Nigeria, and it helped me in those early days, right? So I was able to get a lot of offers and opportunities because I remember attending an interview. So that should be 2017. So I attended this interview, and then the Canadian guy, was asking me, when, let's say you're into what now? You're into which example? You're into studio stuff like this. So there are some basic, or there are some really tough things, or should I say moderate tough things, example, where the lighting should be, how the editing will be done. So the guy was asking me some simple, moderate questions about crypto, well, in an interview. Then in my mind, I'm like, if this is really an interview, why are you asking me such simple questions? So I was just answering the question. Like, he was like, so one of the other guy was like, how does someone in Africa know so much about crypto? And we just started, and that company just got into crypto, that same year. So it really made me. I was really ahead of my peers as at then, right? And I was able to get the job, and of course, it was in dollars. And of course, that year was flexing year. So yeah, so the same thing applies this period because AI is just getting started. Yes, I know the hype has been around for almost 2 years plus now, or 1 year. Right, so it's still quite early. So for tech savvy, right, still quite early to start learning AI, how you can build AI yourself, right? How you can channel businesses, both small, medium, and large businesses, how helping them use AI. Then for the non-tech savvy, of course, we'll come to how businesses can use as well. For the non-tech savvy, right? I was saying something to someone. Most of these programmers, they have ideas. They know how to put one or two lines of code together. But what they lack is documentation, right? What they lack is documentation. So for the non-tech savvy guy, maybe you're a student, you're listening, you have interest for AI, but you don't know how to code, right? You can learn about AI and learn how to write for AI companies or programmers. Right, help them do documentation. Like in the crypto world, there's something we call white paper. So the crypto guys, who are the technical guys who do all the coding, and then they will now give it to the non programmers and say, okay, this is what we built. Write a simple explanation of how this stuff we just built works. So the same thing can apply to AI as well. So if you're not a programmer, right, you can actually make money from AI. You can actually go into the AI world and start writing for AI. Right, it's as simple as I can make videos for some of these AI companies that have AI tools. Right. So, in summary, you don't need to be a tech savvy to go into yeah. So they are non-programming parts. Then for businesses as well, I've said that a lot when we got started. So there are thousands of tools out there. I'll towards the end of this video, right, I'll give some examples. Some of them you might know already, and some of them you might not know. And of course, I'll just mention like 2 or 3 that can help you in your day-to-day businesses. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's assume I'm doing a research. I want to begin a business.
Yeah.
I'm doing a research. Now, are there AI tools that can actually help me to know which product will do well in my locality?
In your locality?
Yes, like in my area. I want to do a business. And are there AI tools that can help me know which product to be?
Yeah, I think the answer for that one is very obvious. So the most popular and is of course ChatGPT, right? So but recently there's been a lot of debates in the AI community about ChatGPT. Reason I'm bringing that up is, we live in a world that is changing. Sometimes it changes negatively. So let me explain what I mean. If you've been using the internet, you notice that in the Western world, right? I hope I don't digress. In the Western world, there's this culture that they brought out newly. So why I'm bringing this up is because different people watching this video. So this video is not just for one kind of business. So there's this stuff they decided doing in the Western world where if you search how many genders are there, it might tell you 10. It might tell you 2. So the kind of AI you use, right, for your business, you should be careful with kind of AI you use, because sometimes AI can give you data based on whoever imputed the data into the AI.
Okay.
Because these AI are just computers, right, that are being fed with knowledge.
Okay.
They're being fed with knowledge. So all the while, of course, I mentioned ChatGPT. So is the most popular one. But recently, I've been moving towards Grok. I don't even know Grok.
Okay.
So Grok.
Okay.
So it's built by Elon Musk and his team. All right. So why is it important? Why I'm mentioning this is because if you're starting a business, right? Maybe you're watching from UK or from any part of the world, right? So once you impute whatever you want into this AI, it will give you the data based on what it has learned from whoever imputed those data into it, right? So it's really, really important to do background research about the AI you're using. But I would recommend businesses that are starting up to first of all use ChatGPT, because it's actually more easier to use, because I think Grok you would have to pay before you start using it. Right. So with ChatGPT, you can easily just get started and ask basic questions about your locations. Although the limitation that ChatGPT has is that it's not online, if I use the word online, my sound confusing. It's not, the data is not
Real time.
it's not real time, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so that's the limitation it has. So you might ask some questions, and if the question you're asking is an immediate question of something that just happened in your locality, and you're trying to look for a solution to it, it might not really have
So they
such
have
answer.
limitations.
Yeah, of course, they have limitation because they are being fed. So those AIs are they feed them.
Okay.
They feed
Now
them.
somebody said that AI is now taking jobs. Should I be afraid that one day AI will kick me out of business?
Yes, you should. You should be. You should be afraid. You should be. But
Oh.
AI is one of the reasons why. It's one of the reasons why I started my career. I don't know if I mentioned earlier that I was writer.
Yes.
That is one of the reasons why I reduced writing, because I'll say why. Then I later went into social media management in early days of my life, and then what was I doing again? What was I doing again? Yeah, I was in social media management, and then either last year or upper year. So I of course I do marketing full time for crypto and blockchain startup and companies around the world. So I watched a video on YouTube. It was scary, bro. A lot of people lose jobs because I watched this video, and this company, they were trying to raise funds, right? And there the CEO was talking about how AI can actually, now what I'm saying is already happening. I'm not saying something is about to happen. How they are building an AI, they can actually take on marketing for a company. So if you had 15 staffs working in your marketing department, you can actually sack all of them and replace them with an AI that you pay $10 a month. Because the AI knows way better than your marketing manager. Yeah. Because your marketing manager only knows what he has read, what he has exposed himself to. But AI knows everything around the world. Right. So there are AI tools right now that can take charge of your marketing from scratch to finish. And also, so there's something that's been trending on TikTok. There's a company that developed an AI that can, you give this AI a topic, right? You say, okay, today I want to talk about wiki. So you feed it everything it needs to know, right? Now this AI will make this video, right, in let's say 5 to 20 minutes, and when someone is watching the video, they will not know that that's an AI. They will not know that the person talking is an AI. And you can choose to give the AI any voice of your choice, right? Any skin color. Right. So AI is going to be very disruptive. The only way anyone can beat AI is if you come out of the box. Right? If you come out of the box, right, and you just do your stuff as natural as possible. Right. So even there was a news, I hope I can get a screenshot and send to you so that you put it on display for people to see. There's a company, was it this year or last year, that sacked all their writers and replaced them with AI. Yes, because AI right now can make videos. AI can write articles, can make social media posts. Right? AI is smart enough to know when people in Akwa Ibom, right, love going on social media. They're smart enough to know when people in Senegal and Brazil are going online, right? So it's way smarter. So
no more jobs for social media managers.
No more jobs for social media manager in the future. It's going to reduce, and it's not something for someone to be too scared about, because it's not about knowledge. It's if you are aware ahead of time, you prepare, you know when to switch, because these company CEOs and the rest, all they want is to make money. You will not blame them for that. And if they see any way that will cut costs for them, they will. But guess what? The more AI advanced, the more lazy the CEOs get. They will need AI. AI cannot turn itself on. For example, you need to put the prompt into the AI to get that. But what if the laptop is not charged? okay, AI, I can't carry the laptop plug now, let's see. So it becomes a problem. So these companies around the world will still need someone, right, that would, give the AI this prompt to work with. So that's where you watch this video come into play, right? So whether you're watching for yourself, you're watching for your company, or you're watching to grow your own business, right? So that's where you come into play, because you've learned about the AI now. You know, okay, AI can actually take your business or your job. So what you should start doing is learning how to leverage AI to make your work smarter, right? So if you are a designer, there are AI tools you can use to produce more designs in less time, right? So if you were actually doing 10 designs per day, you can actually scale up to 50 or 100 and get more money. So AI, people who leverage on AI will replace those that don't use AI. So how did I started learning how to code? So when I watched that video on how AI will take over marketing, I'm a marketing manager. I said, bro, man, so you have to be ready for the future. So I studied computer science, but I didn't major in programming, because I started making money from marketing while I was in school. So I focused on marketing and the rest. So after watching that video, was it last year or last 2 years? So I made up my mind to start to go into coding full time, which of course I did. But it took me just about 3 months to go into coding, to build my first one app, my first full functioning app, about 3 months. And the reason why it took that long was because I had a full-time job. So by the time I finished my full-time job, so close by 4-5, I work remotely. Then I would just use one or 2 hours or 3 hours and play with my kids, Then from 9, I'll just code for like 3 hours. What helped me to learn real fast was AI. Because I didn't have a teacher. I learned everything myself through the help of AI. Right. So I was able to learn coding in just a short period of time. And amazingly, 3 months after learning, or after building my first app, I started getting jobs, And when I do the code and I submit, push my code to GitHub, the guy will look at it and be like, how long have you been coding? I say just 3 months. Say, maybe you had a previous knowledge about. Bro, I know I studied computer science, but of course, computer science for paper, not programming itself. I said, bro, now that's 3 months. How? AI. Right. So, in summary, those who leverage AI, right, will beat those who don't. So if you're watching, you're a social media marketer or manager, you're a designer, right? You're a video editor, you're a writer. AI can take your job. The only way it won't is if you take advantage, you go online right after this video, right? You research for yourself. Okay, this stuff that I'm doing for this company, for that company, or for this business, right? Can AI do it? If the answer is yes, start researching those AI, right? How to use that AI for that business. Because if you're in a team of 10 and you guys do a particular stuff, right? If you're the first to learn a tool that will make that work easier, and then you can do those 10 other people's job, they'll retain you more than them. Because the world is going to get more competitive, sadly, right? I watched a video a few days ago where, AI cannot do surgeries. What happens to medical doctors?
They're going.
Right? I think, please, this I want to say, you have to put it, let them see. There are some countries right now that they've allowed people to hire AI lawyers. Yes. Because what do lawyers do? So what lawyers do, I'm not a lawyer, okay? So they'll go to school, read so many laws, right? So many stuff about law, memorize the ones they can. The ones they cannot remember, they'll go back to the book and check, do research. Now, these things, they have to read it from the book. That thing you want to read, it will take AI a few seconds to know everything. So why should I hire a lawyer that is limited by knowledge, right? Rather than getting an AI that I will just pay $5 for a whole year. So when I saw that news on Twitter, I was like, what? The world is getting this dangerous. Lawyers are going to lose their job, because instead of me to hire a lawyer, I'll just hire AI. Because AI, you can't easily just bribe an AI, because it's universal. So you are asking the question and it's feeding you the answer that has been fed. Except you're going to corrupt the entire data that's been put inside it. Otherwise, there's no how that you, this big man, that this person, this small guy is fighting against. There's no how you can corrupt the lawyer to go against this guy. So it will reduce corruption, yes, but it will make lawyers around the world lose their jobs. It's something, and what I'm saying is not something that's about to happen. It's already happening in some countries. Because think about it, if you ask AI something, it will give you that thing.
Yes.
And whatever it's giving you is something that it has been fed with. Okay. So lawyers, they read constitutions and they read different stuff about law, and then they come to the court of law, and then they will quote section, what they've read, and say, okay, because there's a section in the constitution that permits my clients to smoke in a church, so my clients cannot be jailed. Right, so AIs are more smarter, and people will lose their job. Wow. So the only people that will not lose, there's a company in Lagos, I will not mention their name, even though I know their name right now. They started doing the same thing. They started doing what I'm saying now. So what they did was they built a platform that is helping people answer questions. So let's say you're a landlord, right? So you have issues with your tenants. So instead of you to go and hire, because there are some lawyers that if you meet them, you have to tell them, okay, drop something first. So this AI will help you answer most of those questions. And then when it gets to a point where it's getting more technical, you really need the real service of a real lawyer, because Nigerian court no go answer you carry AI comes in. Then you now click, and then they'll now refer you to one of their lawyers. You see, now these guys are taking advantage of AI. Yes. Meanwhile, there are some lawyers that don't even know what AI is. Now these are the lawyers that will lose their jobs.
That's beautiful. So those who learn how to use AI,
who learn how to leverage, how to use AI, because AI can be used in every industry, right? So I was talking to some people in 2020. I remember exactly in 2020, and I was predicting what I'm saying will happen. There are some countries or states in the world that will be ruled with AI. It will happen. Okay, let me tell you how this will happen. Now, of course, you heard about Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't have, you know how in Nigeria we have central bank. So central bank is in charge of minting money and regulating money, right? So in 2020, I asked some of my friends, I said, if central bank, assuming they create 1 million copies of 1,000 naira notes per year, if they create 1,000,001, how would you know?
No way.
There's no way to know. So that means it gives room for corruption. Now, this whole Bitcoin thing, right, is so transparent that you can know the actual number of Bitcoin that is available in the world. Right. So right now for Bitcoin, there will only be 21 million Bitcoin. There will never be 21.1. So it has been programmed, and in programming there is something they call open source. Open source means let me use a simple English because people that are watching will not be tech savvy. Okay, for chef, that's a good example. So a chef will cook maybe a very nice edikaiko. So this particular chef, her food always tastes different and nice. Yeah. So this chef can actually say, okay, this is my recipe. This is exactly how I did it, and put it online for everybody to see. Right. So that is what open source is. Now, Bitcoin code is open source, and it is finalized. Right. And it was built in such a way that if you want to change, if you want to say, okay, there will only be 21 million Bitcoin in the world, but I want it to be 22. For you to do that, right, this is what's it takes. In the Bitcoin world, there's something called nodes. Nodes are the small computers that give, let me use the word energy or power or security good, that gives security, that secures our Bitcoin network. Okay. Now, as we speak, there are over 10,000 of these nodes around the world. And anybody can start up a node. You can take a laptop right now and connect your laptop to the network and choose, okay, you'll be like, okay, I have 10 laptops and I love this whole Bitcoin technology. I want to secure it. So when you add your 10 laptop power, so the total nodes will now be, let's assume it's 1,000, will now be 1,010. Now, for you to be able to change or edit or modify the number of Bitcoin that will be created, you will need to look for 51% of these nodes around the world and hack them within 10 minutes.
Wow.
So if you start up a node right now in this house, how will someone know you started up a node here? Because you're not starting up a node with your name. You just connect it anonymously. So that is why you've never heard someone say Bitcoin was hacked. You can hear a Bitcoin wallet was hacked, but not Bitcoin itself network hacked. And also that is one of the reasons why the price of Bitcoin today has gotten to $100,000. For the last 4 to 5 years, gold, the price of gold has been around $2,000, $1,500 to $2,000. In 2016, 2017, the price of one Bitcoin was about $100 to $200. Gold was over $1,000. Today, Bitcoin is $100,000. Gold is still $2,000. Why? People are smart. People are noticing that, hey, tech is the way. Gold doesn't have technology behind it. If you have 1 ounce of gold, if you have 1 chunk of gold, let me not use ounce, 1 chunk of gold, and I say, bro, but if I make $10 here, how will you steer and give me exactly $10? You can't.
You need to go and sell it.
Yes, but even if there's no way to sell it, how can you accurately measure $10? It's quite difficult. And let's say I give you 10 billion worth of gold. How can you move that 10 billion worth of gold? It's going to be quite heavy. You will need trailers to move it. But you can move 10 billion in Bitcoin with just
your phone.
Few clicks. Just a few. You can carry 10 billion here. So people are now getting smarter and be like, okay, there's trade by barter. Then there's the old form of moving our wealth, which was gold. People were like, Bitcoin is actually smarter, more secure, more private. So that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin has been going up more than gold. Conclude with this, right? So basically, those who leverage AI will beat those who don't. So I think earlier I spoke about how that lawyers will lose their job, millions. I know thousands of I know thousands of lawyers that graduate from different universities around Akwa Ibom and Nigeria. Many of them will lose their job. It's going to happen.
Some people have jobs.
Okay. and for those, if you're listening, you're a lawyer, you don't have a job. To be ahead of those who have jobs, you need to start learning how to use AI. Because this technology is still new, right? Like I give example of the interview I did with a Canadian company. The only reason why they gave me that interview because I took time out to learn about a new technology. So if a company in UK, a company in US, makes a tweet, a post on LinkedIn or Facebook, they don't post on Facebook about stuff like that. That is okay. We need a lawyer that understands this AI. Would you be found worthy? So it's not about, hey, I have a job today or I don't have a job. Even if you have a job today, you can lose that job because you don't know where the future, is heading. Right. So yes, millions of people will lose their job. Teachers will lose their job. Drivers will lose their job. You see what Elon Musk is doing. So there are guys right now in US. What they do is they'll buy Tesla, a self-driving car, and then put it on the road and say, go and make money from me. Because if you use human being, you want to say, oh God, man, mechanic drop my money this week, or God, IC don't spoil, giving you excuses. But AI will not do that. You see, taxi drivers lose their job, teachers will lose their job, The future is scary. Now, there's a solution, right? So 2 solutions. Number 1, leverage AI. I've spoken so much about that. Number 2, there's something government around the world are planning. It is called scheme. There's a scheme that the government around the world are working on because they know this will happen. They are aware. They are smart. They are aware. So what they're planning to do is they want to start giving their citizens money. So they did an experiment, whether I like it or not, but most people don't know. COVID was an experiment where the government will give you money if you don't have something doing because of circumstances around the world. I'm trying to remember the name. So they've already started discussing it around smart governments around the world. They started discussing about it because they know in the future there'll be fewer jobs. Not because they cannot create jobs, because AI is taking over everything. Technology is taking over everything. We spoke about lawyers, right? We spoke about medical doctors. AI can do medical procedures, right? AI is taking over social media work. So people will not have job. So the government are planning to start paying citizens a certain amount of money. They could look at the minimum wage in a particular country and say, okay, since the minimum wage is 70,000 or 50,000, we're going to give people 50,000 maybe something a bit lower, so that you can work yourself, to get higher. So that's one solution. But if you're listening to me, don't be in that category where you'll be scrambling to get 50,000 from the government. Guess why you should not be in that category? I'm trying to remember the word for that stuff. Here's why you should not be in that category. Now, picture this yourself. Of course, if you're watching this video on YouTube, it means you know how to use the internet. Just go and search. In fact, let's use lawyers. Search AI for law, right? Or just ask any of these, maybe ChatGPT, or just go to Google and search how some countries are using AI. So if that is the case, and if it's possible for millions of people around the world to lose their job, now, do you think the economy of a country will be the same when everybody's getting free money? Things will get tougher. But things will get more expensive because that man in the market, right, knows that, okay, me too, I'm getting something free from the government. You're getting something free from the government. Right, so why should I sell my stuff cheaper? I want to sell it to someone that has more money. So more money in circulation, right, causes inflation, which in return makes things more expensive. So summary of the whole thing I'm trying to say is AI will take so many jobs. If you're scared, please be fearful. Because sometimes fear is a good factor. It pushes you to want to move to get things done, right? Because there are some distances you can never jump until fear hits you. You go ask yourself, well, how you jump this thing? So yes, AI will take a lot of jobs, and start leveraging on AI to make your career, worthwhile. So let me just finish what I said earlier. I said I went into programming and started coding. And then I realized that, hey, even this coding team of a team, guy, they are AI that you can just tell, I want this app done in 24 hours to get it done. So, and I said to myself, oh no, what do I do? But I still went ahead. I've learned, because if you don't understand coding, you cannot tell the AI what to do in a smarter way, because AI was done with programming and AI understands programming. So if we keep two people, one that understands programming and one doesn't understand programming, right? So we'll ask the AI smarter questions that will give him a better results than others.
Now, are there AI tools that somebody that is doing a small business can use without spending so much money?
Okay, that's a very yes, there are. There are tools that were not initially AI tools, but now they use AI. I'm sure you know one of them, Canva. So they were not using AI before, now they do. Right. Why I'm starting with Canva is because every business in the world today needs design. Right. And with Canva you can do design. Right. And Canva now has AI included into it that can help you to make your design smarter. And with Canva you can do a lot of things. Canva is a blessing to businesses. Right? If you're a business owner, you're not using Canva, I don't know what you're doing. You can use it to create invoices, you can use it to write letter, you can use it for your designs, you can use it to do almost everything. Right. So Canva, right? And also, of course, ChatGPT. Then there's also Midjourney as well. You know Midjourney. So with Midjourney, you can create designs, right? Okay, I think Midjourney is free.
It's free.
Yeah, Midjourney is free, but there are some parts you can pay as well. So I said I was going to mention those three, so I think that's fine. So Canva is very easy to use, right? So just take out time and learn how to use that. ChatGPT, there's a paid version, you can use the free version. But I think the free version can give you almost everything you want. knowledge-wise. Midjourney, right? And you can also use Grok, but Grok
Is it paid?
is paid.
It's
Yeah,
paid.
it's paid.
Now, before I actually allow you to give us your final notes, I'll also ask one striking question. Now, if I'm a business person, one of the things I actually face is my competitors. How can I use AI to actually beat my competitors?
Yeah. So basically, you just need to hire people that understand AI, understand how to use AI. Right. So I'll use my business as an example. So 3, 4 years ago, right, I had over 8 staffs. Right now, I don't have up to 2.
Oh,
No, I don't have up to 3. I have just 2. And these 2 guys are doing the same thing those 8 guys are doing.
yeah.
It's AI. Now, how does this give a business leverage over their competitors? Now, you have more, because time is something you cannot buy, right? And as a smart business owner, you know you would need time to research on ways to be better than your competitor. You will need time to either go out or stay indoors to make research. Because if it's a business that requires you to go out, you now have extra time to go out, right, and do. So what I would advise every smart business owner to do is not just you go and learn the AI. Get people around you. Make sure all your staff knows how to use
the job
AI.
on the job is assigned.
Right. So imagine all your staffs are so efficient that what used to take them maybe 3 hours to do, they're not doing it in 10 minutes.
Oh.
So you have time to do some other things.
Okay.
Right. So they'll be more productive, their jobs will be cleaner, more refined. Right. And you will save a whole lot of time, which is most precious to a business. So those man hours that you save, you can use it and go for marketing and research. So I think that's one of the biggest thing any business owner can do.
That's wonderful. Let's say your final note before we go.
All right. So my final note will be for 2 categories of people. First, maybe young guys that are watching, right? You don't have anything that is in your pocket at the moment. You wonder where to start. The internet is free to use, right? Take advantage of the internet. I think I partially said my story, how I got started. I did a lot of research, right? I didn't mention that, hey, this uncle gave me this connection, that connection, this connection. What helped me was I saw a trend that was early, which was crypto and blockchain. And I took out hours, not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes. Took out hours and learned about crypto, learned about blockchain, right? How it will be beneficial in the future. And then it changed my life. So right now we're talking about AI. AI is not going anywhere anytime soon, right? So if you're just watching the video, just take it a few minutes back. I spoke about a company called NVIDIA. How that when the company started, they gave their staff shares, and because the need for AI grows so fast, the staff became millionaires in dollars. Right. So you that is watching this stuff, you're students, you are jobless, right? Let's assume you're into medicine. Go online, search how can a pharmacist leverage AI, in their industry or for their business, right? So when you learn, you take notes, you research for AI tools that can be used in the medical field, and then put your knowledge together. Start writing articles, right? Start making videos on TikTok or YouTube, and then start sending out proposals to companies that say, there's something I've noticed about rich people, big men, and I noticed that big men or rich guys, they love hanging around those that will help them make more money or save more money. So one of the mistakes that young people do is they mistakenly or coincidentally came across, they met a big man. The next thing they are doing is telling him their problems. I never pay school fees. I don't have house rent. Don't do that. You lose people. So start learning. Once you learn, you write it down. Go to a very big, pharmaceutical company or hospital and say, hey, I know you guys might not have the need to hire someone, but you see, I have tools that can make, the services in this hospital better and more efficient. I mentioned something about lawyers in Lagos. There's this law firm. They built an AI tool that helps people answer law-specific questions, right? You can write a proposal to the company and say, hey, see, I've learned how to do this thing, how it works, right? If this is introduced into this hospital or this pharmaceutical sector of this company, right, we'll save a lot of money, we'll save a lot of time attending to patients, right? Once you can help these big guys save money, right, you become valuable to them and they make money now. So that's for those who are just getting started. Then to businesses, right, the world is going to get more competitive, and guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. See what happened to post office. There was a time when those working in post office were the big men.
Yeah.
Because if you want to communicate with someone in London,
You use the
London is too far. Port Harcourt here, or even Lagos, you must write letter. And writing letter is not as simple as sitting down. You have to go and buy. There's this called stamp. Some might not be old enough to remember. You write your letter, put it in an envelope, go and buy stamps. You write bicycle, so and put it inside post office, and it will take days and sometimes months to get to the destination. Guess how they lost their job? Email came, WhatsApp came. Now people don't. Have you written letter through post office? People don't do that anymore.
People write letters,
and nobody cares. You see, and everybody that was on the post office that time, they lost their job and they became poor. So the world doesn't care about you, sadly. So, but you should care about yourself, right? So start researching how you can leverage AI in whatever industry you are. Whether you're in the music industry, there are AIs that can actually write songs, that can create beats.
Man, I can be a musician.
So for business owners, right, you can do your research yourself or hire someone to do research for you, right? Because AI can help you save time. AI can help you be ahead of your competitors. AI can help you expand, and AI can show you things that you not even thought about because AI has more data than you do.
All right, that's a very good point to actually end the show. On that note, we come to the end of today's episode of Clockwise. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, and put on the notification bell on this channel because we bring amazing content. And also do not forget that the illiterate of the 21st century are not those who did not go to school or those who will not go to school, but are those who have refused to evolve as the environment is evolving. My name is Providence. See you again.